Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, as I'm getting ready to set up for the morning briefing. Gorgeous morning. Once again, it is beautiful. We're going to have some very gusty winds south of Point Conception here in Southern California as we take a look at that big, beautiful ship leaving the harbor also here this lovely morning. Wow, is she something or what? Beautiful. And again, just gorgeous conditions here, but it's going to get very, very gusty. We still have a lot to talk about. I mean, there's all kinds of great things going on in Southern California as we continue to pick away at some halibut. South of the border, there's been some good stuff going on also with some wahoo and yellowfin tuna. We'll talk about what the Royal Polaris is up to. The Independence continues their trek south, and so much more. What great shows we had last night with Danny Cadota and Tackle Shop Confessions with Sam De La Torre. Check those shows out. And of course, we've got our watch party, the Notre Dame Penn State game, this Thursday, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Marnie's Sports Pub in beautiful Seal Beach, California. Whether you like college football or not, come on by, grab a burger, and have some fun. We would love to chat with you on this Thursday evening. All right, time to get set up. Look at how blessed we are to have this in our very backyard. It is gorgeous. Back in a moment with the morning briefing.
Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. This beautiful, early, lovely Tuesday morning. It's a little bit chilly, and I can feel the wind just starting to pick up, but it's nothing like what it's going to be here this afternoon and through Wednesday. It's going to get very, very nasty south of Point Conception. It's supposed to gust to over 40 knots here in this area. There's some parts of Southern California that are going to have hurricane force winds. That is to say over 72 miles an hour. So it's going to get windy. And as I'm talking to you right now, the gusts are picking up just a little bit more. So we'll keep our eyes on it for you very, very closely. Needless to say, during these kind of wind events here in Southern California in the past, we've seen damage to vessels and we've seen loss of life. Extreme caution is urged right now. And a reminder that east-facing harbors are the ones that are most susceptible to damage. So that includes two harbors over there at Catalina Island. I know you can't see it, but right out there, 20 miles or so, two harbors in Avalon. We'll be keeping all the folks there in our thoughts and prayers. A very windy forecast, so please be very, very careful. Well, it is absolutely gorgeous. And we've got so much to talk about. Two great shows yesterday. Danny Cadota was fantastic live from 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California. That was a lot of fun. And last night, Sam De La Torre and Phil Friedman, yours truly, Chuck Zimmer, the president of the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club, and so many others. Man, we had such a great show. A lot of you contributed to our efforts in Mexico. We gave away some rods. We gave away some kikes, all thanks to Chuck. Chuck, thank you so much for all you do for Friedman Adventures. He is quite a guy. And man, I'll tell you, I can't thank him enough. So go back and watch those shows. I know you're going to enjoy that. And one more thing. Don't forget, we're going to be at Marnie's right down the street from here, about a 5-minute drive from where I am standing. Marnie's at 4 o'clock this Thursday. We're going to watch the Penn State Notre Dame game. If you can't join us, then we'll be live streaming some part of that. I don't know that we're going to live stream 4 hours of it, but we'll definitely be live streaming over there. If you want to see a grown man break down and cry, well, if Notre Dame loses, you will see that for sure. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And as I say, if you like college football, you're a Penn State fan, if you're a Notre Dame fan, or if you just want to talk fishing, come on by. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think up until 6 p.m. they have happy hour over there, and that includes the food. I think like a cheeseburger and fries is like $11, something like that. So very reasonable. It's a nice place, tons of TVs. We've got our own little room reserved. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get to meet some of the people from Friedman Adventures. It will be a ball. See you Thursday night at Marnie's on Pacific Coast Highway in Seal Beach, California. Hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, tick that little bell, you'll be notified when there's new content. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. It is gorgeous here. All right, let's talk the Royal Polaris down there fishing long range. They traveled almost 1,000 miles to get down below. Yesterday, there was still a few sharks around. If you remember the previous days, they had a lot of sharks giving them a whole lot of problems. There were less sharks yesterday, but still kind of got in the way a little bit. They picked off some nice yellowfin tuna, but most of them were the smaller bait. They're looking for that, 200 plus pound yellowfin tuna, or let's say, 100 plus pound YFT. They had a lot of that 20 to 50 pound YFT yesterday with some to 80 pounds, and some wahoo kicked in with it, but the Royal Polaris still working hard as they always do and looking for some of that big fish right now here this morning. So we'll keep our eyes on them and see how they do. On the Independence, they were eating prime rib last night, enjoying a lovely meal as they continue to motor down on a 16-day trip. Our dear friend Soda Pop is on board the Independence, and he is doing back-to-back 16-day trips on the Independence. The next 32 days, that is what Soda Pop is going to call home, the Independence, and that is great stuff. Don't forget, we have a trip on the Independence in April. We'd love you to join us on that 5-day trip. Things are shaping up and really looking good on that. Let's go to Mexico now and talk a little bit about what's going on. Cabo San Lucas, there's still a striped marlin or two down there. Some big yellowfin tuna, a little bit of dorado here and there, occasional wahoo, kind of just picking away. Not bad, really, for the dead of winter. And you take a look over there at La Paz, and Jonathan Roldan here recently was saying it's wintertime, and we're catching dorado. Really strange down here this year, but great stuff. And then Laredo and Mulahay, our sources down there tell us the yellowtail fishing has been fantastic. Fish biting the yo-yo iron, the surface iron. Guys are running up out of Loreto up to Pulpito Reef, and they're fishing that yellowtail on the bottom with a dropper loop and a big mackerel. That's also been effective. There's been some really good yellowtail action down there. Now, a 140-mile drive down below the border will take you to the beautiful town of San Quintin. And out of San Quintin, they've had some good shots at yellowtail. Lacks consistency, but every once in a while they get slammed by the yellows, and some days they'll run several days in a row catching that yellowtail, and really good rock fishing, as is the case in beautiful Ensenada, about a 70-mile drive down below the border. Beautiful town, great ambience, Baja hospitality, and some really good rock fishing going on right now out of Ensenada. So really good bottom bite. The fact that we're not catching yellowtail today, let's say, if they don't catch them, doesn't mean you're not going to catch them tomorrow. Those wintertime forkies do pop up around Todos Santos and Punta Banda, and down south of there, down around Santo Tomas, you'll find those yellows. So I would bring some surface iron and yo-yo iron just in case you see those fish. There's some big bonito also mixed up there, and guys that fish the beach still pick off some sand and calico bass and an occasional nice big halibut down there out of Ensenada. Great stuff going on. And one more place that we'll take a look at is Bahia Asuncion, and down there around Turtle Bay, it's been fantastic fishing for our dear friend Louis Prieto from It's For Real Sport Fishing. Louis had great yellowfin tuna fishing and excellent yellowtail fishing, although the sea lions made Louis want to pull the hair out of his head. They were driving him nuts down there They caught some nice, big quality yellows and lost a whole bunch to the sea lion. So once again, we'll keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely. Up here in Southern California on these beautiful and pristine days, as I've mentioned, the next 24 hours or so are going to have some extremely windy conditions. The wind is backed up, so we're getting that kind of, gusts of wind right now here early at sunrise on Tuesday morning, and then it backs up. But later on this afternoon, say about 2 this afternoon, it's supposed to hoot. And then you get further and deeper into the night tonight, and it's going to be treacherous, dangerous, windy conditions here south of Point Conception, probably down to the Mexican border and down below there. Keep your eyes back there, everybody. Sometimes there's some great dolphin shows. Guys, while I'm doing the morning briefing, have reported fish jumping out of the sea. And remember, that big striper was just taken a couple days ago, about a mile from here. Some really great stuff. And I'm waiting with my bated breath for a gray whale to go passing by one of these days, because we are in the midst of the gray whale migration right now. They go from the Bering Sea in Alaska down to the warm water lagoons of Baja California to have a margarita or two. So really great stuff. We'll keep our eyes on it for you very, very closely. Our islands are kind of slow right now because rockfish season is over. But Catalina Island is a place where you can catch some really excellent fish. And the El Patron has been doing that on a regular basis. I saw Chris Isaac yesterday. It was so good to see the owner and operator of the El Patron. He's a great guy, and he really is serious about providing you with a great adventure when you jump on the El Patron. Their last trip there, limits of whitefish, limits of blue perch. Man, is it good to see those things back. When I was a kid, blue perch were omnipresent at Catalina Island. And we went through this period where they were just gone. They had seemingly vanished. And now they're back again. So good action, beautiful days. We get through this wind and get to the weekend. I think we're going to see another great trip out there at Catalina Island. And the El Patron, right now, no fuel surcharge, special low prices, limited loads. They fish from 7 in the morning and return at 6 at night. You get a full day adventure on board the El Patron. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. As we move you up the coast into the Channel Islands, of course, during rockfish season, it is prolific up there. But right now we're focused on whitefish and some pretty good halibut fishing for some of the guys. And catching a white sea bass is certainly not out of the question, principally because there is so much market squid present along the Southern California coast, out at the islands. There's a lot of squid around, and that is a good thing because it's just part of the food chain. You know, your high school biology, the big ones come to eat the little ones. Well, that's exactly what happens with all that squid around. It sets up for a magnificent spring here in 25 and this year, but it could produce some really good spurts of fishing here in the wintertime. The Ghost was out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. I didn't see him post a fish count. I think he may have come in during the Danny Cadota show yesterday. I didn't see him post a fish count. If I come across that, I'll let you have it. Normally, that does not mean it was wide open when guys don't put their counts up, but we'll check that out and let you know how they did out of 22nd Street Landing, as Sean Roberts, who runs that boat, has had some catches of sea bass and halibut here recently, so wouldn't be out of the question to see that. As we take a look at our 1/2 and 3/4 day boats right now, out of San Diego, we see, sculpin, whitefish, occasional halibut, and a little bit of sand bass, calico bass, not anything wide open. And really that's the situation as we move you into Dana Point, Oceanside. I can name everybody, Redondo. Marina Del Rey has that good twilight fishing at night many, many times. Pretty good structure fishing. Fish a leadhead and squid with 40-pound fluorocarbon to really get the job done. We see some of that going up, but for the most part, it's picking at the sculpin and the whitefish. Just kind of picking away, having a great day on the water. How can you beat that? It's really great. The Monte Carlo doing some of that, but nothing that's going to knock your socks off. Let's put it that way, at least in terms of the fishing. That can all change, and that's why we're here every morning with you, and we'll let you know. Now, in the Southern California surf, you're going to have to watch this wind. it could get very treacherous. Be careful for the next 24 hours fishing the surf. Right now, there has been some really good barred perch fishing. When the water temperatures cool down, that's when we see more and more of those barred perch. They like that cooler water temperature. You can still pick off a yellowfin croaker or two. And, you know, once in a great while, you'll see a corbina, but they like the warmer water, much warmer than this mid-50 to 58-degree water, which we have along the coast. Now, you can catch some halibut, and throwing a Lucky Craft lure is a great way to do it. Drop shotting is another great way to do it. Throwing a little chrome jig, like crocodiles, you can use a Castmaster. That can produce some excellent halibut catches along the Southern California coast. And remember, just 48 hours ago, Jason with that big striper there, just south of the Seal Beach Pier, with a magnificent catch. That was fantastic. Who knows? Maybe one of those little devils will pop up for you also. So we'll continue to watch this surf for you very closely. Big fish, bait, and tackle. Pretty close to Marnie's, where we're going to be Thursday night. And they have all the bait you'll need to be successful on your next surf fishing venture. They not only are Southern California's surf fishing headquarters, but they also have all the tackle you'll need to take on bluefin, tuna, marlin, and everything in between. And they give away a free custom surf fishing rod, and it is beautiful. They give one away every month, every single month. All you have to do is walk in the store there, buy the ruler that you'll use to measure your catch on, and upload your photos and or video to their Instagram page, the Big Fish Instagram page, and man, you're in for the rest of 25. Every single month, you're eligible to win. They change the species of the fish every month, but man, I'll tell you, it's a great deal and a lot of fun. A little friendly competition going on. Go to Big Fish Bait and Tackle, walk in the door, and get that ruler and tell them hello for yours truly. That would be fantastic. All right, my friends, beautiful morning. I know we're going to get some wind here pretty darn soon, so be careful about that. Look at that gorgeous ocean back there. It is absolutely gorgeous. And once again, we'll be watching all of this for you very, very closely. Anything happens later today, of course, you know, we special left teach you over there on Facebook, Instagram, on TikTok, and right here on YouTube. Also, we have all the very, very latest for you. Hey, take some time and come on over Thursday and say hello, even if you drop in and just say hi for a few moments or hang out the entire time with us. Marnie Sports Pub or bar, whatever it is, in Seal Beach on Pacific Coast Highway, 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. this Thursday. Notre Dame versus Penn State. More importantly, just a great opportunity to get together and for me to say thank you for all of your great support. Take care. Have a great one. And I hope to see you Thursday or somewhere else really, really soon.